Loading. Here we are. I'm giving you this spreadsheet and this slide presentation so you can work some things out. Just like success, what people see of your spreadsheet, what you create, does not show all the persistence, the failures, the sacrifice, the disappointments, the hard work, dedication, good habits, all the other stuff that people don't see are behind creating something. I'm throwing this resource at you if you want to check out some more origami, have some fun with that, or if you want to go back to Mathagon, play some games, do some other creative things, give you ideas for your spreadsheet. Logic. It gets you from A to B, but imagination will take you everywhere. You have to use your imagination to think of how will I get from A to B? What do I want to accomplish and what will it take? So here are just 3 codes that you're going to learn today and use for most of the week. With these 3 codes, you can do almost any of the games that I've shown, and I will go through how to use those codes. So don't worry. But right now, you're going to explore. You need to understand 5 basic things and more. Number 1, accuracy. 1 letter, a character off, something like that can make it so that it doesn't work. Consistency. As you figure out other ways to code things in different consistent manners, you can start to get more work done and make it simple and easy on yourself. The possibilities. Think logically, reason how, and your outcomes are endless. Explore as you use those possibilities. If you can, then you can create. Otherwise, you must wonder. How did other people do that? How will you do that later? Remember, try and try again. You might do something that's not going to work. Try it again. Try it a different way. You will see some of the things that I've created. I've taken hours to create, and they're very simple. When I show you how to code them, it'll take you less than an hour, even though I've spent hours because I thought through it. I thought of the possibilities. I explored different possibilities. I learned later how to be more consistent as I created those possibilities. And now you will be able to learn by using these 3 codes what you can create. You can do it. It takes time and effort, though, and I expect you to do that this week. So here are some of the codes. You will need to copy this, use this, you'll see it in the spreadsheet, and try it out. So equals, rand, between. You pick 2 numbers. You enter those in here. You don't need the lines, you don't need the underline or the space. You pick between 1, 100. It will automatically, every time you change something on the sheet, give you a random number between 1 and 100. If statement, again, you put equals if. There are 3 parts to it. The first part, you have to give it a condition. This is greater than that, or this equals that. And you'll be able to think of endless possibilities. And you can do what's called string this together. If this, then this is what's going to happen. What will the thing do? So, a person has never made a mistake, never tried anything new. I expect you to try new things. Otherwise, what will happen? Goes to the sheet. So again, if this, then that, what happens? Otherwise, this is where you string in another if statement. If this, then this. So again, the possibilities are endless when you think logically. The last one is a little easier to use and something that I just learned last week. VLOOKUP. So as you look for something, you make it look for something. Look for this in a data set, then import this entry. You will always say false at the end right now. So watch this video and see what you learn. All right, let's look at some of those codes real quick here. The first one, random. Right here, we just have the words. So again, C7 says grass. C or B7 would be bug. In this case, A7 is rock. So each cell has a value here. And each of these words are things that have been typed in. Here we have words that actually have a link to them, so you can actually go to these links. Down below, I've also given you other links to go to. An image is in this cell, so when I click on the cell, I don't see anything here, but there's an image here. I can put words in there, but it might get rid of my image. So leave that apart. You can change it. You can do whatever you'd like. Now, when it comes to the code, right here, it says equals if. Where's that random generator? I'm going to show you. D8. Aha. D, go down to 8. If I click on that, now you'll see I have changed the text color so that you couldn't see that it actually shows a number. And we'll make this real big real quick so you can just see it. This number is my random generator. It says equals rand between 1 and 3. Rock, paper, scissors. Only 3 options. If I said 1 to 100, it would give me those options. Try it out. So each time I change something on this page, I'm going to add something randomly somewhere. This number has now randomly changed, which changes over here. So this says if D8, this cell, is equal to 1, it's going to write the word show. Otherwise, it's going to be blank. If D8 is equal to 2, the number 2, this is going to say show because that's going to represent the 2. Otherwise, it's going to be blank. And if this D8 is equal to 3, this will say show, and then it's blank. When you see here, there's a lot more coding. There's a faster way to do this, and I'm not going to show you that part yet, but it deals with the VLOOKUP, the third part. So the only 3 codes we're working with: the random generator, the if statements. So see if you can read this logically. Go through all of this. If A12, find A12, what you type in here, is equal to the word, you have to use quotation marks when you deal with words. If you deal with numbers, you just have a value. But you deal with a quantity of a word. It's not a value. So it's a quantity of a word. You have to use quotation marks. Be accurate. Remember, if I don't write the word, let's say rock, we'll get out of this real quick, it won't know how to code this. And it will think, I'm not sure what's happening. And it will keep this, blank. You have to keep your code and you have to be accurate. So that's just the beginning. But the VLOOKUP, I'll give you a taste. Equals VLOOKUP. Pick, I want to look for what's in this box, comma. I want to look for it in this set of cells. I'm holding down shift. I'm selecting that, comma. And I want to report number column 1, 2, let's say column 2, comma. I write in the word false, and that's it. Now, every time I change this word, it can't find it there. Let's write Jon, Jon. And what does that mean in the data set? It means Ken. Let's change this to row, just like in the data set, and I get the word sham. And that is how we start with the VLOOKUP. So play around with this today. Have some fun. See what else you can figure out. Random if statements, going to take you a while to think that through. And then the VLOOKUP, I'll be showing you more tomorrow when we talk about dice and coins.